care for the ladies. Alright. Thank you, 3 people who like ladies. Alright. Mental illness, let's talk about it, right? Is that gonna make you guys feel uncomfortable? Is that okay if we talk about women for a while? You know what would make women better? Like, if cat fights were like women fighting cats. Especially if like they had like prosthetic claws taped in between their knuckles, you know what I mean? Like Wolverine. Especially if the prosthetic claws were like forks. The hottest cat fights are between cat ladies. It's intensely arousing. There's so much passion, and it always turns into like just people being topless throwing cats at each other. It's like a sexy pillow fight with animal cruelty. You know what they say about phobias. You just have to expose yourself, which is why I flash every spider I see. There's a fine line between a phobia and a fetish. You know, I used to live in Idaho for a while, and they used to be like, oh, it's getting cold. It's hobo season. They're trying to get in your house. I turned around the other day in the shower, and there's a big black hobo in there with me. Turns out hobo is just a type of spider. That makes my phobia seem kind of stupid, because I'd way rather be bitten by a spider than a homeless person. I used to think it was like really crappy, you know, to blame sexual harassment on the way women dress. But then I saw this homeless guy on the train who looked like Gandalf wearing short shorts. It's so true, like I couldn't even help myself. I was just like, you slut! Is that a magic staff, or are you just happy to see me? I can see my future in your crystal balls. It's classic. Classic wizard's balls joke. You are welcome. People talk about how depraved our society is becoming. But I'm like back in the Victorian era, which was like known for how moral they were. Like they used to crochet special pantyhose for their table legs. I'm sorry, but like if tables turn you on so much, you have to impose your modesty standards on them. Like you're a pervert. Oh, I work hard every day, and now I have to come home and eat off of the whore of Babylon. Curvy legs, spinning your lazy Susan like a nipple tassel. That's ridiculous. They had pornography back then. It's just we're so innocent. Like we never we always thought it was just like furniture catalogs. So. The best kind of strokes are baby strokes. Because they don't have to relearn how to walk and talk. People think that's a mean joke, but my baby's a baby and he loves that joke. They like gloss at it really hard. Out of the side of his mouth. No, babies are cool. Having babies not as cool. I don't know. Like the hospital's okay. You know what I mean? Like they feed you. They like bring you food and help you go to the bathroom, and there's like free drugs. So that's awesome, but it's in that way, like it's like a vacation, you know, but like, except for like a vacation where your vagina gets destroyed. And like if all your souvenirs, like they don't stop screaming or pooping on you. You know who died out because they hated childbirth? Unicorns. You never know where they're gonna come from. Like, it's always an emergency C-section. Very low mortality rate. Because the friggin' unicorn doctors are very good at stitches, you know. Folks. I feel like doctors shouldn't be comedians. Because they'd be all like, your mom's so fat, she died of a heart attack last night. I'm so sorry. I want to take my baby to a strip club. Because strip clubs are like the baby food network. It's wholesome. I don't understand our society's like breast milk taboos, you know what I mean? Because like everybody loves Girls Gone Wild, but as soon as you want to do something productive with your breasts, it's all like, put a blanket on that. It's ridiculous. People hate babies. That's really rude. No, I actually, breastfeeding is literally like the worst. And I say that having a baby explode out of my vagina. So I feel quite strongly about it. It's okay, so this is gross and nobody's gonna laugh, but I don't care because I feel like I should inform you. When you breastfeed your baby, it doesn't stop hurting until you grow calluses in your nipples. Did you know that was a thing? Did you know you could have calluses? Nobody told me that. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's like a public service announcement for you guys. Oh yeah, what I was going to say is, if I hate feeding my own baby so much, like cows must really hate their lives. Did you know that 40% of the cow milk sold in stores is cow tears? I'm not like trying to get you guys to be vegan or anything. I'm just saying that maybe like cows deserve a card on Mother's Day. That's all I'm saying. You know who has freaky sex? Plants. Right? Because like pollen is the equivalent of like plant semen, you know? So they always have to have a third party to get it all the way into the lady part. Birds, bees, your pants, like they don't care, they're sex maniacs. Remember when you were a kid and you used to blow the fluff off of dandelions? They have no boundaries. Chair dancing. It's not as sexy in a wheelchair. You know, I mean, have you ever thought about that? Like, it's a pretty effed up, like, way to refer to it, right? Because, like, if you're in a wheelchair, at any time you try to dance, people are, like, hugely disappointed in them. You're just like, It's just a huge disappointment for everybody. I know my husband has muscular dystrophy. I know. You know, chair dancing could have been like a Special Olympic event, you know, except that like strippers ripped it from the palsied hands of the disabled. Stephen Hawking was going to be a stripper. In most parallel universes, Stephen Hawking is a stripper. And A Brief History of Time was written by a physicist named Candy Nips. It's scientific fact, so look it up. So I'm Mormon. Where's my Mormons at? Woo! Yeah. So we believe that, like, we lived in heaven with God before we came to earth, which means that, like, vaginas are like magical portals to another universe. Like Narnia. Right? Like, it's cool when you're a kid, but you try to go back as an adult and you're like, this is a coat closet. Guys, thank you so much. I'm happy.